Hello and welcome to another episode of Super Califanilistic. My name is Christian Rauchenwald, and today I'm more or less live from the Ufer Hotel in Vienna, which is the capital of Austria and the end station of our current vacation before we fly back to Ukraine tomorrow around 3 p.m. Now, today I want to talk to you about the who and not the how. And now, before you just close the video because you think you know everything, pay close attention because I'm gonna share with you some examples that you probably haven't thought of where the who, not the how, also may be applied. And also, if you've never heard about the who, not the how, then you're gonna learn a very important lesson today. Now, before we get to that, as always, a quick welcome to all of you who tune in for the first time to one of my episodes as well. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button somewhere here so you don't miss out any future content. Now, what is the who, not the how all about? It's quite simple. It's about valuing your own time. That's what it comes to. Like, you need to know your own hourly rate, like in terms of how much is your time worth. Now, if you, for example, know that your hour is worth $20, meaning that if you work for clients or on one of your projects, that you are able to earn $20 within 1 hour. And then, for example, let's say it's about logo design. That's something that you would already know if you went through ClickFunnels One Funnel Away Challenge, that maybe logo design would take you 10 hours. Yeah. So it would take $200 worth of your time. So if a designer does it for less than $200, it's the smarter move to hire a designer, have him do the logo, and you use those 10 hours for something to actually earn the $200. The result will be you get a logo. Plus, you make $200 and you pay for the logo, and you will still have some profit left. So you get more things done in the same time while still making profit or running break even. Yeah. Now, the who, not the how, can be applied anywhere in your daily life. It's actually insane when you start thinking about it. For example, today we were in Salzburg, which is pretty much in the, yeah, almost there. It's not in the west end of Austria, but it's like 300 kilometers further west. And we still had to drive to Vienna to check in at the hotel here. And we needed to get some gasoline on the way. Now, you can either get gasoline on the motorway or highway or autobahn or whatever you want to call it, and but you're gonna pay a premium for it. So like the liter diesel would be like around €1.15 on regular gas stations, but on the gas stations on the autobahn, it's around €1.50 or €1.60. So you see, it's like more than 25-30% more expensive on the autobahn. But you then need to consider the like opportunity cost, the who, not the how. In that case, it's not a who. Yeah, but the point is, you need to consider your opportunity cost. How much time and living quality will you lose if you extra make a detour from the autobahn to find a gas station that's like not close by to the autobahn, to just save in the end like maybe $15 on gasoline? Yeah, and that's one of the decisions where you like have to make the choice. Or for example, we have acquaintances that here and there go on vacation, and instead of flying from Kharkiv, Ukraine, they take a bus to Poland and fly from Poland. So it's like, I don't know how many hours of bus ride, and like not the most pleasant journey, to save $100. Yeah. So whatever you do in your life, it doesn't matter if it's your personal life or if it's within business, you always need to consider the who, not the how, and your opportunity cost. Like your time, how much is it worth, and do you really want to? For example, there are a lot of people in Germany and also in Austria that drive, I don't know, to one supermarket because maybe the eggs there are discounted, and then they drive like maybe, I don't know, 5 kilometers or 5 miles, doesn't matter, to another supermarket because there is something else is on discount, and they don't consider the time it takes them, not even talking about the gasoline or something like that, but just the time it takes them. So they save a few cents here and a few cents there. And once they would consider their own time, they would actually lose money. Yeah. And that's the thing. That's also when you think about, like, there's a saying, a penny saved is a penny earned, which is like not necessarily true. Yeah. Because if you save that penny by wasting hours of your time, well, then you saved nothing. You actually lost money. In the end, your whole life in business and personal should be about pretty much about valuing your time, enjoying as much as possible, like meaning like getting the most out of it while still not overpaying for whatever it is you're doing. Yeah. and yeah, always like evaluating, like, can you, like, does it make sense to make this detour or invest that amount of extra time just to save a few dollars? Yeah. Does it make sense to, I don't know, like, for example, we've been in Venice this week as well, so we've been quite busy driving, like, I think like close to 3,000 kilometers the last 10 days. And in Venice, like on the Marcus Square, whatever it's called, there is like it's like the prices there are quite high. Yeah, like, so you pay like around like $10 to $11 for a coffee, so it's like more than you would pay in a Starbucks even. Yeah. And now the question is like, do you want to be like, oh no, that's too expensive, I'm gonna not have that coffee and relax a little bit, so you lose, kind of like you enjoy less, just to save like two, three, four, $5? Or the alternative, you start running around in Venice, which is a small island, and to try to find a cheaper coffee, which also for sure is possible, but maybe it takes you 20 minutes, maybe it takes you 30 minutes of walking around and checking menus while you're craving to sit down and have that coffee, or you just sit down and enjoy and order that €9 or $11 coffee and enjoy your life. Yeah. And really, no matter what it is you're doing. For example, during our vacation here, we had a decent rental car. We could have gotten, I don't know, like a cheap Volkswagen Up or something, which is like a very small car. It would have been probably $300 cheaper. Yeah. But it would also have not been comfortable to drive 3,000 kilometers. And also because it would have had a smaller engine, it would have used more gasoline. So, on the other hand, what we had for our trip here was a new Mercedes E-Class, nothing with a big engine, like the E220D. So it's very, how to say, like, environmental friendly in terms of the gasoline or miles per gallon, if you would think about it. I don't know in how many miles per gallon, yeah, because we don't use gallon in Europe as a unit, but it's like roughly, I don't know, 5 to 6 liters diesel per 100 kilometers. So again, it's like the choice is like to make the, in my opinion, stupid decision and say like, oh no, I'm gonna save, let's say, $200 on the rental car for 10 days. While in the end, actually, then ending up paying more because the cheaper car with the smaller engine would use more gasoline overall, especially on the expressway and autobahns when you drive 130 and with a smaller engine, you're constantly like in your engine is constantly like in high rounds per minute, and with the bigger engine, it's like very relaxed to drive and it doesn't need a lot of gasoline. And also the comfort, of course. Like, so for example, today we first drove to Salzburg, 2 or 2.5 hours. Then we met for dinner there with friends. And then we drove to Vienna another 2 and 2.5 hours. And it's very relaxed because you simply have a nice, like a comfortable car. Yeah. And so those decisions are everywhere in your life. It starts with like when you rent an apartment and you pick the cheaper one, to save a little money. Although, if you, I don't know, pick the one that's $50 more rent or $100 more rent, you may have an extra room to use as an office. So you gain living quality. And when you fly on vacations and you book that flight with 2 stops or 3 stops in between because it's $100 cheaper, but in the end, when you go to your vacation, it's fine because once you arrive, you are, now my vacation begins. But when you then fly back from your vacation, you actually need a new vacation. Yeah. And it really is, when you buy your laptop, when you buy a MacBook or a laptop, and you I don't know, like the whatever, like the $3,000 variant of the MacBook Pro is like too much, so you pick a cheaper option, although you already know that depending on what work you're doing, um it will not perform as well. It will like be a little slower. So actually, you're not investing in your tool, yeah, as much as you should. Yeah. When you pick your new phone, for example, it's the same thing. When you, maybe you already have a lot of Apple stuff, maybe you have an iPad, maybe you have a MacBook, but then you go for an Android phone because it's cheaper and you lose that comfort of things being synchronized like instantaneously and so on. So yeah, that's pretty much it, like what I wanted to share with you today. I know I already made a video about the who, not the how, but considering our current vacation and stuff like that, where we ran in a lot of those situations where it's like, considering our opportunity cost and also considering, like in our personal life, yeah, considering the quality of life versus saving a few dollars. Yeah. And it should never be that you, like, yes, there is a time, like we also have been working hard the last couple of months to build something from scratch again. um but it should never be that you're like basically just I don't know, like when just to save money you stop enjoying life. You still need to make some time and spend some money, like in terms of like going out for dinner with friends, and then or going to celebrate with friends. And then you shouldn't worry too much if like the drink is $3 or $5 or $15. Yeah, like just try to have a good time, obviously within your budget. Yeah, if you're broke, then well, you cannot do anything. Yeah, or you should not get debt for entertainment, of course. Yeah. um but as soon as you get some traction and you have a little bit cash flow going and so on, then don't forget to pay yourself first and enjoy life a little along the way. Yeah, it's really important to also from time to time remind yourself why you are doing it, like why you are in this grind, why you're trying to build your empire. It's usually so you have more money, so you can enjoy life more, but you can also enjoy it on during the journey. And you should enjoy it from time to time, because you don't know when it's over. Like you may now plan, oh, I'm going to work hard for the next 5 years, but there's no guarantee that there will be 5 years. Like, I mean, there could always be something unexpected that happens. There could be health issues, there could be a million things. I mean, nobody plans for it, or like, how to say, expects it. But still, like, it's important to enjoy life from time to time in between. So that's what I'll leave off today. Yeah, it's probably the last video I have to endure recorded on my iPhone, since we're flying back tomorrow, and I'm gonna record at home tomorrow, the next episode. And yeah, let me know in the comments below. Do you always consider your opportunity cost, like even when it's about renting a car, flying on vacation, and stuff like that? Do you actually consider like um or are you actually willing to pay a little bit more to have a little bit more comfort, maybe a shorter flight, maybe a more comfortable rental car and stuff like that? Or are you more on like, no, a penny saved is a penny earned? Yeah. So let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow with another episode. Till then, bye bye.